sure, I forget what band it was, and I think it finally yielded where a band actually did have a copyright on this one chord progression.
Mm.
And the argument was that they do the chord progression.
I seem to remember if something like that happened. Their argument was, and I find it so funny, that it was like the guy who was like the lead guitarist for the band.
News. East past Skyview Tower used to be. Yeah. Okay, so it's Skyview Tower was over here.
And that's a uplands
on
Mountain Skyview.
Wait. Oh wait, maybe I had the wrong tower that other time. On Surin.
Wait, I feel like the game would say this. Is Skyview Tower, is that the one around Lookout Landing? The one that's just...
No, they're all mostly...
They're all something Skyview Tower, but she says just Skyview Tower. So, is that the one near Lookout Landing?
No.
Yeah, Lookout Landing, Skyview Tower. So you need one marked as...
Hyrule Field on Girdle Canyon. So when I went the other way... There's like 2 areas of the map we haven't explored. Slope. Wouldn't it... might actually be... That's actually funny. There's like 2 areas of the map we haven't got... Okay, 3 areas of it.
Yeah.
I don't actually see it. Huh. I guess we'll go to those other areas of the map and try to get the towers when we're doing this. Without harping on it too much. I'm not trying to be an ass, but like...
Oh, and we do have something, fun. I learned we have, whenever you bring up the protecting the right trademark thing, you always have people like Arlo. Name one instance of like a company losing its like trademark. Something funny,
hold on, I'm freezing to death.
Oh, you need, because you're on the icy mountain, you need both levels of cold resistance unless you want to drop a flaming material and fuse it to some weapon. So you also need to put on your warm pants.
Or the hat.
Or the hat if you want to keep the, like, +1 attack up.
+1 attack might be good if we get the...
It's right next to the shirt.
I was just looking at my other armor. I just wanted to see what I had. I'll do it.
Anyway, a funny... thing like I learned recently, and I didn't know this, the like Hoover being the term for vacuum in the UK, that is because a brand of vacuum over there was Hoover, so that became a genericized term. And because of that, the company that makes those vacuums, actually, they do not like people calling it a Hoover because of that, because they because it became a genericized term and they actually lost their trademark. I believe because of that, I think it's a Henry Hoover now.
Because that can fucking happen. The thing is, and I'm sorry, and I don't...
And then we have the one, it hasn't happened yet, and I want it to happen, especially because they're definitely not going to fight this because of who it is. Ken Penders is saying that he created a bunch of stuff from Sonic Chronicles, he will just casually say that he created those like characters or that story on his Twitter when that's not the case. He's saying that because of the whole one legal thing. Not going into that again. There are plenty of videos about it. But my point was that is because of him just sitting there saying he owns those on Twitter. If he does that for long enough, which from my understanding he has apparently been doing that for years.
If they don't fight it, they lose it.
And they're not going to fight it, because they're not going to want to fight Kinpinders again. No one wants to drag that shit back up. And the best part about that is, if Sega does lose those characters or that story, people are going to be like, oh, it's just Sonic Chronicles, no one cares about that game. The point isn't a game, the point is they sat there not protecting
a copyright,
not protecting the trademark on this shit they own.
And the thing about Nintendo, and what I was trying to explain since we were arguing about Nintendo, where Brian's like, do they really care about the Wii? Nintendo, every, 10 years when a copyright is going to... when copyright and trademarks are going to run out, they always refresh.
Yes, every company does that.
Because Nintendo has actually held on to all their source code. And it's funny to hear, oh, they don't care about the Wii. But they did 3D All-Stars, and I know the counterpoint, because the counterpoint about 3D All-Stars annoys me, because everyone's like, oh, dude, that doesn't count. That was 6 months. If they cared about the Wii, they wouldn't have had that 6 months availability and did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, and I, hate to be this guy, because, it's been a couple of years anyway, but for a company that, and I should have said this, but I didn't want to argue because I wanted to end. For a company that doesn't care about the Wii, and I know this was quite a while ago at this point, they had a bunch of Wii games downloadable on the Wii U.
Yes, but people would then bring up that the Wii U shop has been shut down because people will seem to think that an online store can run forever when it literally can't, and once a console becomes dead, a company leaving a store like that up is literally hemorrhaging money.
Yes,
because the amount of money
regardless, I should have said it, you're acting like... Because people are acting like Brian doing they haven't thought about the Wii in 15 years. It's been 5 or 6 years now, but the Wii...
Well, and we have, that's another funny thing, and,
Guess we about to glide into the sunset, boys.
Yes. Well, we also have another funny thing with the, Wii and stuff, and the Wii U. And it's something, I feel needs, like we stated more, and I love that when I was talking about this with someone, they actually brought this fact up, which is, because the, Wii U went down, and that made getting a hold of certain games kind of, difficult. Remember the one Arlo won't shut up about is you had Metroid Prime Trilogy for, $20. That's too good of a deal. Can't be having that anymore. You people act like that Nintendo has basically shut down all facets of the Wii U, and that the Wii U has been abandoned. You can still play the Wii U online.
No. It was the
Wii U's online functions are still compatible, but if you go look at a bunch of videos, people act like the Wii U's online functions all together.
It was literally just the shop.
Yes.
Oh, come on. Hold on. I love the range of this thing.
Again, I feel like that's why the range of this thing is
as good as it is. My point! Nintendo, just a few years ago on the Wii U, had a bunch of Wii games. And even then, the Wii games that they had available, while sort of few and far between, they were still doing stuff with the Wii.
Yeah. And they actually, and some of the games that were available were some Wii games that were that were somewhat notoriously, like, hard to find, because it was games that either had a low print run or, you know, didn't, like, initially sell well, like, they had Xenoblade, the Xenoblade Prime Trilogy, and then Sin and Punishment Star Successor.
Close enough. I need to head.
Though the funny thing is that ended up, I think, actually shooting you in the direction of the maze.
Oh, yeah, in the maze, but, like, we're going over there to check out.
Yeah.
My point! Like, Nintendo did stuff with the Wii, and even then, they own copyright, and I'm sorry, if we're going to go down this road, and you're going to attack Nintendo...
Like I have always said, people will then point at other companies, like, re-releasing things, but I feel like because other companies are re-releasing, like, something sort of in the first place, that because you at least have something, people don't apply as arbitrary of a standard to it. Even though I could look at a lot of, like, modern re-releases and stuff and say that they're bad for sort of similar reasons. Like, recently, the Battle Network collection that, you know, Capcom put out, it's like, that collection is very good.
Hold on. Touchdown.
That collection is...
it's a perfectly fine collection, but it is missing...
But because of how much, like, Battle Network was tied to merchandise and shit, there, like, are, I believe, some cards and stuff that are still technically unobtainable in that. And then you have the later Battle Network games, the, like, bulk tie content, because of how that had to be... like, because of how that had to be achieved by linking the game was like a bulk tie. While you get the rewards for doing that, you don't have the, like, you don't have any of the boss fights or shit, so you could still technically say they're incomplete. We then also have the...
Yeah.
Come on, shoot it.
Yeah, okay, good.
Now it's vulnerable.
Now I can freeze it.
Yes. Anyway, like I was saying, the funny thing with the hell,
Like Lexon.
The funny thing was, like, the Battle Network collection. It's like for the Forest Dweller shield. Those
are...
There was a stupid effect the Forest Dweller equipment had. I don't remember what it is. I think it's really high durability.
I think.
Anyway, back to my point.
No, wait. I think I remember what it is. I believe it's in this game, to make those unique, it's fusion recycling.
That was it.
Where the item fused to it will be recycled, and you get, like, one extra of, like, the item fused.
Anyway, the point is, like, was that a collection was you could still technically say that collection is incomplete, because there's a lot of stuff while it gives you the
there's the tower.
Because there's a lot of stuff like the bulk tie content while it gives you the rewards for the content, because connecting like because to get the like bonuses and extra missions, you have to literally connect to the games. That content, isn't there in the game, and you can't say that's because of any weird legal stuff with Konami, because they, actually acknowledge, because of the battle chips and stuff you get being based off Bokai. I believe Konami does actually have a copyright on that collection, because some of it is acknowledged. So you could say the games are incomplete. But we then have the other things, even if you then pull in, it makes sense that some of this isn't here because this requires physical, like, peripherals or, like, e-reader cards. We could still say that collection is incomplete in terms of the games because you don't have the DS version of Battle Network 5. You don't have Operation Shooting Star, which was a Japanese-only remake of the first game, and you don't have the weird Wonder Swan and Japanese cell phone games that Capcom sent a cease and desist to of someone trying to restore those.
There's the tower.
And that's the one I am going to be, extremely petty about, because sort of like Sega people talk about how generally cool Capcom is, yet you could use the exact same argument there of they shut down this fan restoration project for the, like, Wonder Swan games, and they themselves have not done anything with said Wonder Swan games.
It isn't working. What's wrong? Oh, Lord. Wonder if the tower itself is broken.
Don't see anything on the outside immediate. The outside immediately. It might be something on top of the tower, so you might...
Can't conventionally.
Ascend. Though there are you could, like, climb up that, or not even climb, just ascend. There are floating platforms around here, so you might have to climb. Oh, hi! Oh, hey there.
Oh,
Yeah, they give you all these platforms on the outside, so...
And rockets!
Oh, I think this might be the one you have to put the, like, top of the tower back on. Haha! Sniped!
Okay. I saved it for the... Okay. So it's just a matter of timing around and not getting... Okay. Yeah. It's fine. Save on the ground. What?
It's a goal. And...
Is it doing?
I guess try to go to the closest one instead of the farther away one. And then save again.
Doesn't matter if I get put at the bottom. I'm literally just... Yeah.
Because, yeah, at least say... Oh, yeah, that is what's doing it. It's this giant platform on the... I have to find a way to remove this. Oh my god.
What?
You actually are going to have to pull it off, but you would probably have to jump down and maybe do it from right there.
He's not gonna see me.
Boom.
He's not gonna see me. Okay.
like, you might have to, again, save. Can you climb on the tower itself? Because you might literally have to climb up to the tower to, like, stand on the lip of the... Yeah, there is enough space down there. You just have to get under it. Stand on the lip and...
Because these are floaty platforms. They don't fall, they float.
The point is, we did it.
Did it with an asterisk, I just need to...
You can just glide it down.
No! I know to glide down. I'm looking for the front area because I wanted to do something. That. I didn't want to fall past the wall. I just wanted to fall here. How in Hyrule? Well, you see? Huh? There was something blocking the top of the Skyview tower. Yeah. I guess we'll take a detour and do some...
You need all of these open anyway. Didn't you say there's a reward for opening every tower?
I think if you open them all, you get some extra, like... I think that's how you get the additional teleporters that you can place down anywhere. That you know, get map completion. Good old Ubisoft towers.
But unlike Ubisoft towers, these are fun.
Anyway.
And technically you're not scaling the towers.
Anyway. The dumb semantic point I was trying to make is, like, and this just irks me, I'm sorry, people are just being entitled. Just because a game has not been re-released in a while does not mean you deserve to play it for fucking free. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, how do you feel about that one Skyview tower that you basically had to climb up and remove the one floating platform from? Because personally, I thought that was really fun and creative and decently straightforward since they gave you a ton of rockets. So, overall, I enjoyed that. I just wanted to see what people thought of that specific Skyview tower, just because I thought it was cool, and I love topics like this. I thought this question and this topic would be fun to ask, since it was straightforward and it is more fun than just walking into the tower. And I personally don't think the objective to fix the tower was obnoxious, because it was straightforward enough. But anyway, I'm starting to ramble. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.